Today we are taking a visit to a village in rural Ireland where a number of sustainability initiatives are based. Cloughjordan is home to Ireland's first eco-village, a pioneering initiative demonstrating how, at a community level, we could all live in a more sustainable way. Cloughjordan is located in North Tipperary, where just off the main street is the Ecovillage, a fantastic place to live, work and learn. Set within 67 acres of beautiful land, dedicated to ecological housing, woodlands and allotments, the Ecovillage currently has 55 households along with an eco-hostel, an award-winning bakery, an enterprise centre, a community amphitheatre and a number of other cooperative enterprises which are based on site. One of these is the Cloughjordan Community Farm, a community-led social enterprise that provides healthy produce all year round to 80+ families in the Cloughjordan area, demonstrating a fresh approach to local food production through community-supported agriculture. The farm's organically produced food is delivered fresh from the ground, packaging free, to a collection point on the main street for local families, whose monthly subscriptions pay the farmers and support the running costs of the farm. Young people from across Europe volunteer here for 1 year, supported by the European Solidarity Corps, and courses and visits are offered to the public. A new farm initiative is to set up a food hub, enabling local produce from other farms and producers to be distributed through an online farmers market platform. Today we are going to hear from some of the people working on this game-changing local initiative that communities across Ireland could easily reproduce.
Hi there, my name's Josh. I coordinate projects on Cloughjordan Community Farm. Welcome to the virtual visit where you'll get some insights into what we do here, and you can meet the different people in the community who help out on the farm.
So Cloughjordan Community Farm has been around for over 10 years, since about 2008-2009. It took a little while to get started because we crowdfunded to get it going. It feeds about 80 families in Cloughjordan, the vast majority of their vegetables, especially in summer and autumn, and there's a constant supply all year round. So we're a 12-month CSA. It's in an eco-village. The land is in an eco-village. 2/3 of the members would be from the eco-village, 1/3 are from the town of Cloughjordan, and it's a mostly vegetable farm and has been. We also have some fruiting bushes. It's just a really good way to access local food and to have a say in how food is produced in our community. So the inspiration for Cloughjordan Community Farm really came from a group of people who were coming together anyway to try and live differently, share more resources, be as efficient as possible with their resources. They also wanted, as part of that, to have the food production as something that we shared, that we worked on together. So because people were coming together to form an eco-village, forming a community-owned and operated farm as part of that was a next step. So CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture, and what's specific about CSA and which makes it different to box schemes or farmers markets and so on is that you share the risks, rewards and responsibilities of production. So it's not a case of turning up at a farmers market and buying whatever's there. It's a question of being involved in the process from beginning to end. So you have a say and you pay up front. So whatever scale is produced is produced. If there's a tough year, you get a little bit less. If there's a good year, you get more, but you always get a stable set amount. So that's kind of what's specific about a CSA. It's more of a partnership between the producers and consumers. Different CSAs have different levels of engagement, different types of ownership. Our CSA in Cloughjordan is member owned and operated. So the members hire farmers really to farm the land for us, and then we have a say and we contribute in various ways to the production. Yeah, Cloughjordan Community Farm has a lot of kindred organisations that we work with and that we share ideas and practices with. In Ireland, we have a strong relationship with the Food Sovereignty Movement, which means Talamh Beo. So Talamh Beo are the Irish version of the Land Workers Alliance, or Via Campesina. So it's an organisation focused on a sort of a people and planet friendly approach to farming and food production. So Talamh Beo will be strong partners. We also work well with NOTS, which is the National Organic Training Skills Net. We have a good relationship with OGI, the Organic Growers of Ireland. The main one, I suppose, in some ways, is the CSA Network for Ireland, and then at the European level, Urgency. So Urgency are the European representation of the CSA network in Europe. So we try to bring in as many Irish kind of farming organisations and food organisations as we can, and then connect up with similar organisations in Europe.
Hello, I'm Torben. I'm the farmer here in Cloughjordan Community Farm together with Rebecca. We grow food here for our members. It's a CSA, and yeah, I've joined here in the summer. I come from a dairy farm and I'm passionate about all things plants. Yeah, we've 80 members in our CSA. We grow all year round, and crops ranging from our root crops to our polytunnel salads. We produce food on around 8 acres. We have 4 polytunnels, 1 propagation tunnel and the 3 production tunnels. We produce food all year. So there's an acre that goes into potatoes, nearly an acre that goes into brassicas, and we have about half an acre of onions, and keeping the members fed and providing a lot of staple food. We also have an agroecology field which the previous farmer Kevin set up about 2 years ago. They planted about 5 rows of trees and 5 meters between each row. The idea being that we'll be planting vegetable crop between the tree rows and creating a symbiosis between the trees and the vegetable crop. As the trees pick up the carbon, they'll be sequestering it into the ground and giving it off to vegetables, meaning we have to prep the ground less, we won't need to till, and hopefully reducing the workload for the farmers. And we also have a lot of support. There's a board that supports us from the financial and legal aspects. We have a steering circle which support us in all the larger infrastructural issues like putting in irrigation or putting up new tunnels. And then we also have support from our European volunteers in the day-to-day tasks of running the farm. This allows us as farmers to focus much more on growing crops and on taking care of the soil and making sure that the crops grow well and healthy. In the end, providing our community with better food.
Hi, my name is Chris Kerwin. I'm from Ennis, County Clare. I came to Cloughjordan Community Farm just about last summer. I came here to learn how to grow food organically. I thought it'd be something really good for me to learn how to do. And I'm super excited to be here with a really great team from across Europe. We have people from Germany, Spain, Belgium. It's a really unique experience to be able to be here. There's a really vibrant and supportive community here in the Ecovillage. There's a very unique range of people here that all have their own passions and their own interests.
Hi, my name's Rosa. I'm from Bolton in England. I came to Cloughjordan in September. I stayed for a 2-month project. It was called Building Bridges. And then afterwards I had such a good time, I wanted to stay longer, and now I'm part of the farm team. Yeah, now I'm progressing to do some design work. It's nice that I can bring my creative side.
I'm Jessica, I'm from Germany. I came here to Cloughjordan last September for the 1-year program. I came through the European Solidarity Corps, which means I'm on the farm in the middle of Ireland, but we're working with so many people from all over Europe, which just gives us a lot of diversity, learning about different cultures. It's very nice. They also give you the opportunity to bring in your own skills. For me, that's photography. I also want to learn more about videography, and there are so many people around in the community as well, in the village.
Hello, so I'm Susan, and here is Connor. We are the volunteer coordinators for the European Solidarity Corps program at the Cloughjordan Community Farm.
So we've been hosting volunteers on Cloughjordan Community Farm for probably about 12 years now, but only in the last couple of years did we discover the benefits of the European Solidarity Corps. The European Solidarity Corps is this incredible, fully funded opportunity for young people between the ages of 18 and 30 to go and work in solidarity with a community organisation anywhere in Europe and in some partnering countries. On the farm, we've had all sorts of volunteers over the last 12 years. We've had woofers and just various people passing through. And obviously, their commitment was always limited by, their financial circumstances, their ability to get accommodation. But now, since we've discovered the European Solidarity Corps, a lot of those issues have been solved. And it's allowed us to kind of give a really great in-depth placement for these volunteers for up to a year on our farm and in our community. It gives us the opportunity to train them in properly and give them a full year's growing experience.
The main thing that connects the CSA model and the European Solidarity Corps is the solidarity principle, in a way that both community is supporting agriculture and support the farmers for the entire year commitment on the production, and the volunteers are here and help us during the entire process, but in return we offer and promote a really full learning experience during their placement.
The integration of the ESC program with the farm's normal activities has had incredible kind of benefits outside of what we originally imagined. You know, we'd started off working with volunteers coming in and really just supporting the farmers with productions. But the ESC volunteers bring so much more to both the farm and the community. When we take the time to find the particular interests of the volunteers and give them the opportunity to kind of share these other skills that they bring with them to the program, the community and the farm benefits much more than just in terms of a bit of additional labor. And that's really kind of made all the difference. You know, the energy that comes with each new group of volunteers and the effect it has on a small rural community that is, like many others, afflicted with a lot of young people leaving town. You know, bringing these volunteers in has really kind of replaced a missing demographic in our community and given the opportunities to young people who would otherwise leave to remain in our town.
Hello, my name is Tamara. I moved to Ireland in 2007, at the end of 2007, just before the crash, with my Irish husband. We moved here from Seattle, Washington, the west coast of the United States, and my husband was really desirous of moving home after being away for 24 years. We were very much looking for a community that would have some of the elements that we enjoyed so freely in the United States, and particularly around food, high quality food. So food that was grown with the intention of being highly nutritious, being local, and you know, affordably available to people. I felt that there was a little bit of a lack of care for members. So what members' information that they wanted, the way distribution was operating, I wanted to see things become a little more standardized in that we were responsible for getting things here at a certain time so that members that do travel from, you know, by car here to pick up their vegetables would always have vegetables available when they arrived. So we are right now in the winter season, and the distribution is quite much smaller than it will be in the summer and autumn seasons. At this time of year, it's really important to be eating vegetables that are very warming to our bodies, and we have a lot of root vegetables. So we have a wonderful supply of root vegetables available to members right now. We have the carrots, potatoes, parsnips, onions. We have things like kohlrabi. We have a variety of greens, but they're much smaller, and we encourage people to be working with the vegetables that are seasonal. The distribution system has been working really well over the years. We keep fine-tuning things so that it gets better and better. I also produce a harvest report twice a week, which I let members know what vegetables they'll find in the coach house on that day.
Hi, I'm Eileen Brannigan, and I'm the Educational Coordinator here in Cloughjordan Community Farm. Recently we've completed some infrastructure here that is allowing us to sort of launch a proper education program here, so we're quite excited about that. We've made some buildings. We have a Dutch cabin for the winter. We have an educational polytunnel, and we have even built a disability access compost toilet, which is quite a first for us. You know, the farm actually at the moment already does a lot of, it does run quite a few courses on seed saving, food storing, how to grow sustainably, how to store your veg. Seed saving program is quite central to what we do here. A big part of what we're doing is obviously networking with other people as well as connecting to the wider public. We are parts of like national and international networks. And as a CSA, which is a community supported agriculture farm, we're part of CSA Network Ireland, which we kind of led on developing. And we're also part of other really useful European networks when we get our young volunteers through a European Solidarity Corps programme. And as well as that, we're involved with a few Erasmus Plus type projects, which are a European network of partners, looking at how we can get young people to have learning and work, get greater work experience on eco-villages throughout Europe.
Hi, I'm Davy Phillip, and what I'm involved in Cloughjordan Community Farm is the Open Food Hub. And the Open Food Hub is a digital response to the needs of farmers and other producers in regions in our counties to access local markets, and for consumers in local areas to be able to access good, nutritious, locally produced food. So the idea is that we would have a food hub on the farm in the We Create Centre in the Ecovillage that would be like a one-stop shop for open food hubs across Ireland. We're developing training and we're going to build capacity of CSAs and other co-ops and food hubs across Ireland. Every year at Cloughjordan Community Farm we hold an event called Feeding Ourselves, and it brings together from across Ireland progressive farmers, other communities that are doing community supported agriculture, or people interested in food security and local economies. In March last year we had a whole session from the Open Food Network, which is a global network that have developed a platform which is a virtual farmers market. And so after that event, the first lockdowns happened, and with other farms and co-ops, we actually brought OFN to Ireland, set up OFN Ireland and established the platform. So we're currently getting producers onto the platform in different places across Ireland. And really it's a unique system that allows consumers in rural areas to secure produce from local farmers and local producers. Really what this does, the platform, which is now operating in 20 countries, it sort of strengthens and enables people to exchange and trade in your county, strengthen the local economy, and really helping us reduce our environmental impacts by reducing long and vulnerable supply chains. Through the hub's location in the ecosystem of Cloughjordan Ecovillage and its base in rural Ireland, we feel that the food hub will be a fantastic place for local food distribution, but also nationally for training and upskilling for rural food and resilience across Ireland. Cloughjordan Community Farm really is developing a model that's replicable for all communities to help us strengthen our food security, our local economic resilience, and through the production and distribution of local food, securing livelihoods. That's really at the heart of our objective, that we can grow food in a healthier way that regenerates soils, that is serving the community, and is a model that can be replicated anywhere.
Thanks for visiting, and we hope you enjoyed the virtual tour. You can find us online at cloughjordancommunityfarm.ie, or we're on social medias, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. If you're under 30, you should consider having a look at the European Solidarity Corps to see what volunteering opportunities are available, and we hope to potentially see you here in the future if you're interested in that type of thing. And also, we love having people come to visit the Ecovillage in person. There's tons to see and do, so we're really looking forward to that in the future when we're able to travel and gather again.